Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. An evidentiary hearing is continued for IPI on complaints filed by the Casino Commission. Also tonight, gaming panel approves to conduct investigation on IPI. And a groundbreaking ceremony is held for a major hotel on Saipan as it gets new management. In sports, Cowtown turns to Destown for MRA's second points qualifier. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
A meal replacement smoothie is a great way to keep your fitness goals on track during the holiday season, and they taste great, fast, and easy. The December smoothie of the month is Minty Java Choco Chip, and it's just $5. Check out the Shake Cafe, Gold's Gym, Garapan.
Our new McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets are just the right amount of spicy. A small to medium Sprite kind of spicy. Let's get a McFlurry after this kind of spicy. But if you get the mighty hot sauce, it's a napkins up for foreheads now kind of spicy. This came from McDonald's kind of spicy? Because our Spicy Chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of spicy. Unless you remember what I said about the sauce. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hafa Day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, March 3rd, 2021. The Commonwealth Casino Commission continued the evidentiary hearing Tuesday on the remaining 3 complaints filed against Imperial Pacific International.
The fact is, the evidence shows that IPI has absolutely zero respect for you. I hate to say it, it gives me no pleasure to say it, but I have to say it. If IPI respected the Commission, it would have done the bare minimum.
In the Commonwealth Casino Commission conference room, the CCC board held the evidentiary hearing for the remaining 3 complaints filed against Imperial Pacific International. Complaint 3, violation of Commission order requiring casino licensee to maintain sufficient working capital to pay 3 months payroll. Complaint 4, Commission order requiring casino licensee to settle accounts payable. And Complaint 5, failure to pay annual regulatory fee. Assistant Attorney General Michael Ernest is counsel for CCC Executive Director Andrew Yom. Tiberius Makanu is IPI's legal counsel. During the hearing, Ernest stated the punishment proposed by the Executive Director Yom is a license suspension.
We're asking for a license suspension of indeterminate amount until they fully comply with the orders that they have violated.
Ernest also pointed out the grand total for all fines of the alleged violations found by the executive director, which amounts to over $8 million.
16,165 violations. At $50,000 a violation, that's $808,250,000. The executive director does not request that, and frankly does not expect the CCC to impose that. Quite frankly, the executive director seeks the imposition of a fine that in the Commission's judgment will impress upon IPI that for once it has to take the CNMI's laws and the CCC's regulations seriously.
Makanu stated IPI does agree with the violations that are proposed against them.
It is clear that a regulatory fee wasn't paid, that the amount in reserve that needed to be there in order to pay vendors and payroll was not there, that we have accounts that have been over 90 days delinquent. So we come here, as I stated earlier, of the posture of this is where we are now and the reality of the situation. And how do we move forward?
The CCC board has given Makanu until March 17th to come up with proposed orders with benchmark dates for IPI to regroup and comply with the Commonwealth law and the complaints that have been filed by the CCC.
Can we make sure that in the drafting of those benchmarks that it's time that IPI take all of this very seriously? There shall be no benchmark agreed to by IPI that is not followed. All of the agreements that's in question have been agreed to by IPI, openly agreed to, but then ignored. So when your proposed benchmark, please let them understand that there will be no more additional benchmark if they do not comply with the agreed upon or to be agreed upon benchmarks.
But ultimately, it's up to the Casino Commission to determine the fate of IPI in the CNMI.
We're in the last chapter of this story, pretty clearly. The CCC is going to get to write the ending, and it's going to write one where IPI came back after regrouping and did very, very well, where IPI is no longer here.
The CCC board held an evidentiary hearing on the first two complaints against IPI last week. Now we head up to Capitol Hill, where lawmakers agreed to run a more thorough review on the way Imperial Pacific International runs their business. Our Sally Lemus has the details.
On Tuesday, the House Committee on Gaming concurred to conduct an oversight hearing on the governance, financial suitability, and compliance failures affecting Imperial Pacific International. Committee Vice Chairwoman Tina Sablon states there is a long history of compliance failures, questions on who is even in charge, and a list of lawsuits being filed against them.
Now the legislature is being asked to consider all these changes to the law. The Casino Commission is asked to consider changes to the license. And, you know, I think we really have to take a step back, really to get the lay of the land. Who are we dealing with? Is this a legitimate business?
Sablon then proceeded to offer the motion on the floor, and all members of the committee agreed. A list of potential individuals has already begun, beginning with James Chua for the DPAC report, which is vital for the committee to obtain.
From my understanding, he had signed a non-disclosure form, so when, you have to look at, talk with our legal counsel regarding that.
Representative Selena Babauta also suggested in bringing in the Lottery Commission.
Since IPI was granted their exclusive license in 2013, the Lottery Commission has, in my opinion, repeatedly made amendments without any authority whatsoever pursuant to the exclusive license agreement that was executed, and without any statutory authority. So I think it'd be imperative on this committee to bring in the Lottery Commission members and possibly file a lawsuit, frankly, in my opinion, because their authority has ceased to exist and they continue to amend this. Are the amendments that they have made to the license agreement even enforceable?
Committee Chairman Ed Probst stated there will be further meetings about the legislative oversight. Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemus.
Groundbreaking on the Fiesta Resort in Garapan as it transitions to an international managed brand.
The former Daiichi Hotel, which was purchased by Tan Holdings and then rebranded as Fiesta Resort and Spa, is now entering a new chapter as it transitions into an internationally managed property. Jerry Tan of Tan Holdings.
It's a long-term investment, and our commitment to the CNMI is a long-term commitment. And the latest updated budget, we're actually going to spend $38 million.
Tan Holdings recently negotiated a new lease for the beachfront property with the Department of Public Lands Governor Ralph Torres.
But the investment that you put here is 40 years. That's a lifetime investment. To all of us here, Cinema is our home. And I thank you for your partnership. I thank IHG to see this kind of investment here, because it's important for all of us and gives us hope, not just for those that are living, that are working, but everyone outside looking in.
Renovation on the property began in January of this year. Thomas Meyerhofer will be the regional general manager overseeing Guam and Saipan.
So we're delighted to be here, and today we're going to just celebrate a little bit of the renovation kickoff, and hopefully before too long, sometime in August this year, we will be reopening as Crown Plaza Resort Saipan.
What's the new property going to look like? What changes can people who live here expect?
I think you're just going to see a modern, world-class resort. Everybody loved Fiesta, and Fiesta is an absolute brand name, but Fiesta has had its day, and it's time for a new beginning, and it's time for a more modern product, it's time for a more contemporary product, and with the IHG family, we will bring in a global distribution that's much stronger than previous Fiesta could do.
Plans call for updated rooms, new swimming pools, and a new tower of rooms on the north end of the property with a rooftop bar. Tell me about your company's presence, your footprint in this part of the world.
Well, so one of the big things for Crown Plaza, one of the big hopes that we have, is we're one of the big preferred brands in China. So Crown Plaza, from a guest satisfaction index, is the leading premium hotel brand in China. And with China market being this important, that's certainly going to help us here, because the Chinese traveler looks online, sees a Crown Plaza in Saipan, and they're immediately comfortable with the brand. So that will be one of the big successes that we will bring, and we're confident that will bring additional business to us.
Thomas is Austrian, grew up in Canada, and has worked in China, Japan, Indonesia, and Singapore.
Micronesia. I never would have dreamed this 20, 30 years ago, but we're happy to be here, and we hope to visit and meet many great people on this island.
Project manager Jens von Gierke says that with COVID affecting the hotel business, they will accelerate the renovation process. When travel resumes, they will manage the project around the guests.
So you always want to work around it and make it as creative as possible. Again, cash flow is king. But now we know there's no flight. Nothing at all. Couple FEMA people. That's all we have. So myself in there, I'm like all the way on the top there, and so we for sure will not be distracted, and we can go really move ahead.
The Cinema has one new positive case of COVID-19. The Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation states the individual was identified by travel screening and confirmed diagnosis through fifth-day testing. The individual has been moved to isolated quarantine at Kanoa Resort, and contact tracing has been initiated. This brings the total of positive cases in the Cinema to 144 since March of 2020. It has been 197 days since the last community spread. Coming up this month, the Cinema brings recognition to those who face a number of challenges on a daily basis. Stay tuned.
For your smiles, that give me endless pride. For our shared moments, that become an endless treasure. And when I've taught you everything I know, I promise to always be here to watch you grow. You've got endless potential, son.
Access all you'll ever need, giving you endless data on your favorite social apps.
Winigi PHI Pharmacy in Gofadahi, Ihinim Lomo.
Our complete line of pharmaceuticals and lowest prices ensure you get the treatment that you deserve.
Our compassionate, friendly, multilingual staff will take the time to get to know you, explain your medications to you, and answer any questions that you may have.
Ngere eyor sumaye uhalweres ren, utchu weyor safeye emal ebalisiu klalyamweres.
Inumin ang inyong gamot, ayon sa inireseta ng inyong doktor at alinsunod sa bilin ng inyong pharmaceutical.
We accept most insurance, but in case you don't have coverage, we offer cost-effective generic drugs.
PHI Pharmacy, your lifelong partner in health. PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it. Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They're an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. March is proclaimed as Developmental Disabilities Month, honoring individuals with unique talents that share with the community. Sally Lemus has the details.
Governor Ralph Torres, Lieutenant Governor Arno Palacios, and First Lady Diane Torres met with different disability agencies in the CNMI for the official signing of Developmental Disabilities Month. This year's theme is Disable the Label.
The theme for the 2021 Disability Month is Disable the Label, meaning, stop the cycle of labeling them as person with as a person on a wheelchair or a person with an illness. Embrace them as their actual name and the role that they play in the community, and treat them as equals, just like people without disabilities.
John Damapon, who is part of the CNMI Council on Developmental Disability, states this month means a lot to him.
For me, it's very special because we're like kind of like the underserved population. We're kind of left on the sidelines most of the time. So this is a time to recognize the contributions that they bring to the table in the workplace and in the community as a whole.
Robert Mendiolo, who is from Rota and who also read the proclamation, shares a message to the community.
Come together and always stay together as one could be. Because alone you could do so little, but together we could accomplish many things.
Many individuals with developmental disabilities have become productive members of the workforce and has shared their unique talents with everyone. This month, people of the CNMI are encouraged to honor those individuals and recognize their contributions to the community. Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemus.
Thank you, Sally. Guam's Attorney General has much support for a case going before the Supreme Court involving ORDOT dump. KUM has a story.
Half a day CNMI, I'm Tyler Matsinani. Here's what's making news on Guam. Attorney General Liban Camacho now has some high-level support for Guam's case before the Supreme Court. Colleagues from across the country have signed on ahead of oral arguments in the bid to hold the Navy accountable for its share of the multi-million-dollar cleanup of the old ORDOT dump. Nestor Lecanto has more.
AG Camacho announced today that a bipartisan coalition of attorneys general led by CNMI AG Edward Manabusan have joined him in an amicus or friend of the court brief. The 26 AGs from Delaware to Wyoming have signed on to the supporting legal motion, which the AG's office says is an indication of their strong interest in the subject matter. Guam is scheduled to appear before the High Court in April to argue its case to reverse a lower court decision that Guam can't pursue a claim against the Navy. Guam wants DOD to pay its fair share of the $160 million it costs to close ORDOT and rehabilitate the land after decades of accumulated toxic waste. The Navy built the landfill after the war and eventually turned it over to Gov Guam. In a news release, Camacho said, quote, "The widespread bipartisan support we've received shows that the ORDOT dump case raises issues of local and national importance. We are extremely thankful to all the attorneys general for their support, and especially General Manabusan and his team for leading the effort." For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lacanto.
Public Auditor BJ Cruz is hoping senators will take up his idea and make it law to require government employees dealing with procurement be mandated to file financial disclosure reports.
So that we are assured that they are ethical and they're not doing strange things. We require those people that are out there making these mandates on people that requiring certain things from people that they file financial disclosures, so we know that a inspector who's making $60,000 a year, you wonder how he can afford a $700,000 or $800,000 home.
Right.
But with a financial disclosure, you can at least be able to tell where how that's happening.
Currently, only elected and appointed officials must file financial disclosure reports annually with the Guam Election Commission. Stay informed 24/7 by checking out KUAM.com or downloading the KUAM News app available for iOS or Android. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matsinani.
Thank you, Tyler. Coming up in the KSPN2 Sports Report, can you canoe? These students can. They sure do.
In entertainment lets you do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus. Watch your favorite live and local channels, stream movies and shows on TV, on your phone, and on your tablet, right from your Docomo Pacific Wi-Fi. No more wires, no more cable boxes, now with the best price. Do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to be going over the leg press. Now I have here with me is Vince, and he's going to show you how to execute it properly in two different ways. A common mistake that you'll often see is leaving your hands free, either up here or on your lap. I strongly recommend you holding onto the sled and create that tension in the upper body, which then allows you to create more range of motion. So with his current foot placement, he was feeling it on his legs, his quads. Now with a simple adjustment by placing his foot a little higher on the platform and his toes pointed out slightly, he's going to transfer that tension, which was previously on his legs, onto his hamstrings and glutes. Again, he's going to grab onto the sled, creating that bracing effect up here.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buena sports fans. Buena sports fans, cross country off the list. Cross beach volleyball off the list, but don't cross out outrigger canoe racing just yet. There are 2 more weeks left in the season. Now, next Saturday morning at Kalili Beach, it'll be the 500 and 1,000 meter sprint finals. And then the weekend after that, it will be the long distance final. Last Saturday, Marianas High School won the girls long distance, over 56 minutes in the canoe paddling. Cagman High second, Saipan Southern third place. The Cagman High boys took just 48 minutes to complete that course. Saipan Southern finishes second, and then it was MHS. Marianas Racing Association held its second points competition on the red dust of Marpy. Put on your mask and follow me uptown to Cowtown. Sunday, Cowtown had more dust than Oklahoma. Stay upwind and it's all good in the Semi Blue neighborhood. Stately Marpy cliffs stand silently in contrast to whiny engines. Supporters like Team Ressa help with the Chesa. That's Mike Borja's fourth plate. The Power Puff Division, Nanako Celis leading around the hairpin. And it was neck and neck until something happened, and Nanako has a free run, even lapping other riders, and comes out to take the checkered flag. One by one, they crossed the finish line. That race was really close, and you had that girl was right behind you the whole way. Then what happened?
I blocked her out.
Is that legal? Usually, you see fathers pushing their sons to a sport, but this time it's kids pushing fathers. Ignacia Cruz is no newcomer. She's been riding a motorcycle for years. A lot of more girls are coming out. Why did you decide to become a motorcycle racer?
Because my dad is a rider.
All in the family?
Yeah. Me and my sister and my dad.
More girls, more women racing. The Power Puff class, they're huge and they're out there. They want to do just as good as we are. But also, a lot of kids. We have I believe the youngest is 3 years old and 4 years old. They have their own division. We shorten up the track for them just so they can enjoy racing and have a class on their own. But minis and peewees, there's a lot of them, and that's why we're here. Kids grow up to be veterans like Dave Sellis, leading that veterans class on laps 1 and 2.
Sellis in the lead, followed by Bob Cepeda, followed by Cookie Alvarez. In the number 5 position is number 3, led by Alto Macho, creeping up with all 4 wheels in high gear, followed by Dave Berger.
These vets don't retire. They don't get tired. They love tires. Charles Cepeda makes his move. Last lap, this is where Alvarez usually makes his move. He goes high and passes Charles. But Cepeda gets back in front and takes the checkered flag.
Finish within a jump of each other.
I practice with Cook and I know he'll cut anywhere, so I was looking out where he's at and I just try and cut him off. I know in the last turn he was right there, but Cookie's been giving us a heck of a ride. Yeah.
Dave Sellis got out to the early lead. When did you pass him?
I believe the third lap. Yeah, it was hard to get around Dave and Melvin Cepeda. They were first and second, but I knew Cookie was coming behind us.
Ha! Races all day will make you hungry for smoked meat. Good thing for me that Floyd Martin Jr. was there.
Oh, man. All right, we're here at the Camacho Smokehouse. What do you call it?
Call it the ribs on the go.
Ribs on the go. Oh! Oh! I can't handle it. I want another one. I haven't even finished this one. I want another one already.
Yep.
This is awesome. How long have you been cooking this?
It's been about like 4 hours.
4 hours of yummy. Whoa, thank you so much. Camachos all the way.
Yes,
Even
sir.
the in-laws.
Way to go, Bob.
Way to go, man.
Hope you enjoy, man.
Cowtown used to have the best country fried steak. Now it's got the best ribs.
Yes, sir.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735. One of the best things you can do during the pandemic is to get yourself healthy and strong. Gold's Gym is a great place for a tune-up. Wide open workout spaces with dedicated cardio, free weights and machines, personal training, group exercise, and good nutrition. Short-term daytime promo on sale now, just $159 for 3 months. Call 233-4000.
Today's high 88, the low 79, humidity 62%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, isolated showers. Where have you heard that before? Northeast winds 10 to 15, high 88, low 79. Where did you hear that before? Sea 6 to 8 feet, sunrise 6:42, high tide 1 past 11 in the morning, a low tide 1 past 6, and then sunset, a glorious sunset at 6:25. That's it. That's all we got. But we'll have more on Friday night. See you back then.